JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 15th of January 2021. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Friday's afternoon session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff basically. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue, guys. Okay, guys, so I do apologize for the slightly late start. I'm having a few technical issues here, but hopefully everything kind of is working well now. Okay, for everyone. So, yeah. Before we jump into the charts, guys, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yep, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So now then, guys, quickly mentioning the German DAX. So this is what I was talking about this morning, guys, that we've managed to finally get that drop below the 13,907 zone, and given that we had a strong move lower here, my next target is the 13,795, but if that gets broken, then of course all eyes are on the 21-day EMA, which it will be quite interesting to see if it actually provides a good hold up here. Now, don't get me wrong, and we might see an overshoot. We might see a drop lower, like for example we had here on the 11th of December and also on the 21st of December. So, but in that scenario, probably I would say, guys, keep your eyes on the following day, because as you can see, we did get drops here below this 21-day EMA. We even got daily closes below that EMA. So but the next following day was we saw an opening, the opening happening above this 21-day EMA. So that's why, guys, for now I'm leaning a little bit more towards the downside, even maybe a slight drop below the 21-day EMA. But given the historic data here, we can see that yep, the index seems to like to kind of it looks like it likes to kind of drop below it, and then the next day open above this 21-day EMA again. So just keep that in mind, guys. But if we do get the following day opens up still below the 21-day EMA, now that could be a sign to worry for the bulls, guys. So let's see how this is going to play out, and let's see where this index is going to close today. Now jumping into Nasdaq 100 and looking at this picture here, you can see that the index yesterday closed just bang on this upside line, and in a way this kind of created this a little bit of a worry moment for the bulls. Looking at the cash index right now and where it's currently sitting at, the price is near that 12,900 level, so just basically somewhere around here, and you know, in other words, kind of just bang on this line again. So yeah, guys, for now probably we'll continue monitoring this upside line, and even if we get a drop below this, I would rather wait. Maybe this time I would rather wait for a drop below the 21-day EMA. the 21-day EMA right here, shown as the yellow line, and maybe just to strengthen that downside scenario, a drop below the 12,784 territory right here, marked by the current lowest point of this week. A nice good drop below it, of course, will confirm a new low for this week, and yep, we could maybe start looking at some lower levels. So be very careful on that one, be very cautious, and keep your eyes on this 12,784 zone. Quick update on DXY. To be honest, not much has changed apart from the fact that it got closer to this 90.60 level. So let's see if we can get that strong move above it. And also if we can get that daily candle staying today above this 90.60. If it can, my next target is this downside resistance line, the one that I talked a lot about this week. So keep your eyes on that one, guys. Jumping into silver very quickly here. You can see that so far so good. I've talked about silver in the beginning of this week as well. I've mentioned that there is a chance for us to see something like this if this 21-day EMA continues to provide decent resistance, and it continued to do that. And today we're seeing this nice drop here back below this 25 zone. Now for me the big question here is how will the commodity behave near the 100-day EMA here, shown as the green line. So recently, as you can see, it acted as a good area of support, but if that gets broken, well, I mean, I'll aim for the for further declines. I'll aim even maybe for that 200-day EMA eventually here. So let's see how this is going to play out. For now, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the downside. Well, at least towards this 100-day EMA. Jumping into Bitcoin very quickly. Bitcoin is drifting back down. So although kind of partially it did work out initially, I would say. It did push above this barrier, the 38,700. I talked about this level. However, as you can see today, we're seeing a strong reversal back down here, back below this 38,700. So in a way, what I'm afraid here that the crypto might end up kind of keeping this as a lower high here, and in other words, what we could get ourselves eventually could be, now first of all, we'll have this downside line here. I'll draw it. There we go. So this one taken from the all-time high, and on the downside we have this upside line. So in other words, we're getting ourselves a possible triangle here, which means that the price is the crypto is coiling up right now. So could be coiling up. So let's see if this is going to actually work out. But if that's the case, then guys, I'm standing away from this one right now. I'm just going to continue observing the price action. What could happen? It might move around here in this pattern for, let's say, for the rest of the month, and then maybe in February it'll do something better. But again, this is just a bit of speculation here. Let's see how actually it's going to work out here. But for now, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the downside now, if the price continues to trade below this upper side of this potential triangle. Now AUD/JPY. So drifting lower, failed to move towards this 80.93 territory, and you can see a strong reversal back down here, and we're getting closer to this upside line drawn from the low the 2nd of November. Of course, all eyes are going to be on this one right now. If this gets broken and the rate falls below the 79.79 zone, together with the 21-day EMA, of course, if it crosses the 21-day EMA to the downside, then yep, everything's kind of looking quite negative here for this pair. But of course, let's see how all this is going to play out. And by the way, as well, to keep in mind, guys, that of course this pair is seen as a risk on, risk off indicator in the market. So also keep an eye on the equities, because if AUD/JPY starts dropping heavily to the downside, then basically that means that yen buying is increased, and basically everybody's trying to jump into something safer. And as we know, the yen is seen as a safe haven. So basically, some might start reverting from the equities as well. But again, let's not rush into anything yet. First, let's see if this upside line gets broken or not, and if we see the rate falling below the 21-day EMA. AUD-CHF, so here the pair is drifting back down. I talked about this pair previously and this morning, and basically still we were above this 0.6888 level, so that was kind of good news. But as you can see, it drifted back down. I'm in the neutral territory right now because I would, for downside, or say for a larger correction to the downside, I would need to see this pair dropping below the 0.6833 territory right here, and then yes, we could maybe consider lower areas, but at the moment I'm just observing the price action here. So let's see how this is going to play out. If it somehow climbs back above the 0.6888 level, then yep, maybe the upside is back on the table. However, don't get me wrong, we are quite overstretched here, even on the shorter term. Even on, actually not on the shorter term time frame. Yes, we are overstretched, but even on the daily chart here, maybe a bit of a corrective move here lower could be nice. But again, let's see how this is going to play out. I'm keeping an eye on these two levels here, the 0.6888 on the upside and the 0.6833 on the downside. USD CAD, guys, USD CAD is popping nicely today. Look at this reversal from this key support zone at 1.2630. I talked about this level here this week, and what I was saying that in a way, if it drops below this, then yes, and if it stays below this, if the daily candle stays below it, then yes, lower levels could be met. But as you can see, this area did act as a fantastic area of support. Now the big question here is, can we get all the way here back to the 21-day EMA, and can we overcome it? However, for me, the upside, probably with the upside, I would need to see this pair pushing back above the 1.2793 territory right here, and then I could go for some higher levels. But still, then I would go for this downside line, guys, and then I'll take it from there. But again, like I said, for now, if you want to be a little bit more on the safe side, you could wait, but these are the two levels that I'm keeping an eye on for now, at least for the short run. Euro GBP, nice reversal here from this 0.8866 level. So this is what I talked about, guys, starting from the mid this week, and I was saying to you guys, actually from the beginning of this week, I started talking about the Euro GBP. So we managed to reach this key support zone. That's great news for the bulls, because this support zone, it continues to act as a nice area, well, as a strong area of support, and you can see the bulls are taking control here today. However, my big question here is, can they bring the pair back at least above the 0.8933 territory? For now, what I'm going to consider here is just a scenario of something like this. Let me just put this one on the chart. So yep, there we go. So something like this I will be considering for now. However, if it starts climbing higher and pushes above the 200-day EMA and above the 0.8983 territory right here, then yes, I'll consider maybe some upside again. But for now, the upside for me is the only upside for me is the temporary correction here to the upside. And finally, EURUSD. So you can see that it's dropping nicely to the downside here. It's trading below the 1.2130. If it stays today below this, then yep, next week I will start aiming for the 1.2059 level right here, marked by the low of the 9th of December. Again, don't get me wrong, it might reach this area today if the dollar starts picking up here, but yeah, for now everything's kind of leaning a little bit more to the downside. But let's not rush into anything yet. First, let's see how this is gonna play out here. For now, yeah, if the rate remains below the 1.2130 zone, then I'm gonna start aiming for the 1.2059. But if it somehow climbs back above this 1.2130, I'll take a bit of a neutral stand, because even for the upside for me, I need to see a push above the 1.2210 zone. I would like to see that daily candle staying above it, and then aiming for some higher levels. But until then, guys, I'm really a little bit more to the leaning a little bit more towards the downside, especially if the rate stays below the 1.2130 territory. So guys, I'll have to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. I really appreciate you joining in this week, and I do understand that there were a few technical issues, and maybe the video quality was not the best, or the sound quality. I mean, so yeah, apologies for that. But like, as I said, I'm not really doing these sessions right now from my normal spot, so yeah, please bear with me. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the first week, for me, at least for me, with the videos. So join me next week, guys. Join me on Monday with my Traders Espresso at 7 o'clock GMT time. For now, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful weekend, and stay safe. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.